This is Gary Attenser with CNTV, and today we're in Connecticut. I'm joined with DestinySpeak Incorporated. Since 2010, they've been building healthy organizations through leadership development, strategic change management, and diversity and inclusion initiatives. I am joined with the founder, Yvette Owens, also known as the Changeologist. Thanks so much for joining us here today.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here with you and to share with your audience.
Excellent. I'm going to start off a little bit about yourself. You were formerly educated at New Hampshire University as well as Boston University. You have over 4 decades with Travelers Insurance Company while starting Club Destiny and DestinySpeak. You are now a world-renowned speaker and best-selling author. Share with me a little bit how this passion for helping others invest in change began for you.
Absolutely. Working in corporate and even seeing things in the community, because I also serve in my community, there is a need for strong leadership in order for us to make the momentum that we want to see in our world. And especially after what we've experienced over the last few years, it's important for us to really have strong leadership at the helm that considers all things, process, people, technology, and the fact that we have to make some changes now makes sense to make sure that people understand how to do that in an agile fashion, understanding the principles that regard that. So my experience in working with development teams in an agile way, leading those teams, leading organizations to go from where they were to where they wanted to be. Many people see the vision, but how to get there is the question of the day. And that's where we come in and help answer that question.
That is excellent. Your experience definitely has led you here today. I mean, it's been said that the only thing we can count on is death and taxes. Would you add to that list change? And is change just a part of life, so we might as well deal with it?
Absolutely. And when we understand that it's the catalyst to greatness and not necessarily put up that resistance, we're going to find that life can be so much more enjoyable. And so, yes, I would say death, taxes, and change are what we should really accept as a part of life and lean into the change. And that can be a more positive outlook than the other two.
I mean, since 2020, companies have experienced massive amounts of change. Can leaders be taught to lead in that ever-changing environment?
Absolutely. And the reason that we need to get in there and we want to really help equip leaders is because the same change that their organizations are going through, they're going through. So we understand that leaders need that extra support, and we're here to provide that support for them so that they will know how to navigate through the ambiguous times that we're in and be able to not only gird themselves up and empower themselves and know how to be supportive for themselves, as well as those that they're leading through the change.
Excellent. I mean, you empower teams to win. How important is a leader's ability to consistently communicate a vision? Is that critical to the success of an organization?
It's everything to the resilience of the team. The team is going to need to know what's happening when, and things are constantly changing in the change. And so that they will be able to react to those things right and at the moment that is needed to react is critical, and relying on a very strong communicative leader, a leader who knows when to tell them what's going on and gives them the ability to be able to share in the collaboration and the outcome. So that communication is not one way, but it's a group collaborative environment where together they come up with awesome solutions.
Excellent. I mean, we now hear much about a company's culture. Why is diversity in that culture an important focus for you and your organization?
Well, when you want to reach the broadest reach that you can, the broadest audience, when you want to get to the depth of the issues that you're solving, you want as diverse a thought process around those solutions as possible. When we have diverse thoughts, diverse people playing in that space, you're going to get all those experiences, all those core values, all those obligations that are going to play out in the resolution. And so getting to the broadest response the broadest solution and the deepest solution requires that we have very diverse mindsets around the idea.
Excellent. I mean, you teach equitable and inclusive culture. Are these words common in leadership training today, or is this kind of new for many folks out there?
It is there. Those words are used often. The key is, are they actually implemented? And are they actually carried out? And do they carry the weight that they need to carry so that people remain conscious of them? It doesn't make sense if we're just using the words, but not living the words, right? And so it is important that everyone understands that they have an equal voice at the table. They have an equal voice in the solutions that are coming forth and how we need to move forward, not absolving the leader of the decision making. And so I like to tell people, you don't have to be threatened by having a diverse team around you, because as a leader, you still have the final say. But now you have a better informed decision that you can make because you have a well-rounded team supporting you.
So not just words, but words without action. That's when it's useless. We have to make sure we're actually implementing those words. I mean, you're a business ambassador. You're sharing a wealth of knowledge that will accelerate impact, a return on investment. When no one is left behind, does this affect the entire company?
We have seen over and over again that you spoke about culture. So when everyone is included, everyone knows that I have an opportunity to grow as far as I want to grow, and there's partner leadership is partnering with me in that, whether it be within the four walls of that organization or external to it, then I'm going to play full out. When I play full out, then we get a better return on that investment that we get because we get better products, we get better service, and all of that plays into not only our investment, but our equity that we have and the profitability. So that's what you really want. Everybody to be able to know that when you come to play full out, you'll be rewarded for that in multiple ways, not always in multiple ways, salary and recognition and all. And so it absolutely plays into the ROI, the ROE.
I mean, you teach not only to accept change, but to invest in it. Welcome change, implementation. You provide a change strategy. Can you explain to us how that may be different than what a lot of organizations have in place before you come along?
Right. So a lot of organizations have a strategy. They know exactly what they want to do, but how they get there, who's it going to impact, is often left to the end when we're ready to really say, okay, now let's go ahead and do it. Let's send it out and everybody's going to apply. When you apply change implementation to the strategy, now you're thinking about who is it really going to impact, how it's going to impact them, what resistance might there be out there that we need to overcome, because if you do not address it full on, people will make up the story. And so you want to address that resistance full on, also be able to say, because that's information to you. That feedback is a gift that you can now alter your plans, maybe refine them a little bit so that you're much more successful when you launch. And now you have this whole team reinforcing your message and reinforcing your product as you launch it, not just forcing it out there, but they're supporting you the whole way.
So a mission statement is easy. It's actually making sure that mission goes into play. That's where the work begins. I mean, let's face it. Transitioning from an individual contributor to a leader has a unique set of challenges. Very quick, the promotion honeymoon is over. What is comprehensive performance advantage that your training provides, and is assessment kind of critical at that stage?
Absolutely. So when we talk about that, we want to bring along the leader with a very realistic idea of what they're stepping into. Yes, I'm moving from this individual contributor to a leadership role. What does that mean? Because often we have this idealistic thing that it's going to be just glamorous. Everybody's just going to do what I say. But when you really understand all the realms of the leadership role, where you need to give, how it needs to take, where you need to engage, how you need to engage, how you need to deal with your superiors so that you can keep the line of communications flowing and your team is always at the state of the art on the edge of being able to meet the needs that they're doing and need to serve in a better way. And so having that leader understand that I'm now stepping in a different role. I have to carry myself differently. However, not being aggressive, not being haughty or anything of that sort, but still being a player with a different level of authority.
Much different than just putting a title before your name. A lot of changes going on there. I mean, you teach leaders not only to understand, but actually appreciate the diversity of their entire team. Is creating a safe place also a more productive place?
Absolutely, because if people cannot understand that when that time for that difficult conversation has to come about, whether it be what we thought was going to be there is not there, meaning that we were going to be able to meet deadlines, or what we thought was going to be in place, those difficult conversations require a safe place for everyone. And so when we create those safe environments for people to share ideas as well as work through obstacles, now you're going to really get the very best out of everyone, including yourself as the leader.
I mean, as a best-selling author, you have shared your knowledge with the masses. As a keynote speaker, you can engage an audience. How is your training delivered? Is this done in person, virtually, or maybe a combination of both?
It's a combination of both. And in either environment, whether it be virtual, obviously we do more things to keep the group engaged. We have more breakouts, we have more things because everybody needs to learn from an experiential perspective. And so my approach is to make sure you experience the training and not just hear the training, because we want you to be able to leave every session with us to be able to immediately implement what we're sharing with you. And that's our goal, every engagement.
And you build high-performing teams using the proprietary Victor framework. Before we let you go today, I want you to touch on that a little bit and kind of share what that is.
Yeah, the Victor framework is really around making sure that you understand that vision, the innovation that needs to come with it, the collaboration around all of that, the transformation that will come when you allow and you share the vision with people. Often we've heard leaders saying, my team just doesn't get it because the vision is here and now we're not really expressing it. Or when we do say it, we say it one way and we have to continue to refine it and work it so people across the table from us understand it. So that's the vision, the innovation, the collaboration, the transformation, the organizational changes that need to happen. And then you get those results, right? And it's resilient results, those results that can be reinforced. That's all in the Victor framework.
Pretty powerful framework there. You believe engaged leaders equal engaged organizations as you help put the heart back in organization performance and truly create a transforming experience for an organization. Is this rewarding work for you?
I cannot tell you how often I walk away from different engagements and say, I feel so great about this, what we were able to accomplish here, because now you don't have people talking at each other. You don't have people building around each other, but we're now in the space together, respecting everyone's talent, respecting everyone's gift and skills, and utilizing them to the fullest, in addition to giving people room to grow in those same spaces where they want to continue to mature in or grow in new areas. When we create those kind of cultures, there is nothing that can stop us.
That is excellent. What an honor it's been to introduce you and your organization. I think what you offer is definitely beneficial for so many organizations out there, especially as we're going through change. Viewers, let's take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is their website. On the website, you can see all the services and training they provide. Learn more about this team that can basically reach out and engage your workers from the bottom all the way up to the top. They provide training, coaching, and workshops tailored to your unique scenario with solutions that fit your style, culture, and your goals. They work with corporations, nonprofits, schools, faith-based ministry teams. Once again, that is DestinySpeak Incorporated. Move vision to reality. This is Gary Atensi with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.